Yeah, welcome back, students. Let's move on to a new chapter known as ascertainment and treatment of profits prior to incorporation. Okay, so this chapter is famously also known as PPI, profits prior to incorporation. Now, to understand what is profits prior to incorporation, you should know that it means profit earned. When I say prior means before. Okay, so it means profit earned by a limited company by doing business before its registration. So if any limited company is making profit before the registration of the business, it is called as profits prior to incorporation. Okay, the profit earned before incorporation is capital profit of the company. So the date of incorporation is taken as dividing the point of ascertaining the period before incorporation and the period after incorporation. Okay, so this particular point I will explain you. It says that you have to divide your profit as pre and post period. Okay, pre-registration and post-registration. Okay, so pre and post. So pre-period is the period from the first day of the year up to the date of incorporation, and post-period is that period from the date of incorporation up to the date of final accounts. Okay, so this I just spoke about pre and post period. Your profit has to be identified as whether the profit is made before the pre-period, that is before the registration, or whether it is made after the registration, that is called as the post period. According to the Companies Act, a company cannot own any business and earn profits, cannot carry on any business and earn profits before its incorporation. Hence, profit before incorporation cannot be taken as a normal profit earned by the company. And so, profit earned in pre-period is a capital profit, and therefore it will be transferred to capital reserve account. Okay, so there is this I will connect to you when I am doing the sums. Okay, so just remember that profit that you have earned in the pre-period is identified as a capital profit, and so it is transferred to capital reserve account. This profit cannot be used for declaration of dividend, but it can be used to write off goodwill or shares, issue expenses, or written down value of the fixed assets acquired, issuing of bonus shares. Okay. So the profit which is earned in the pre-period cannot be used for declaring dividend. Okay. Profits earned in the post period is identified as a revenue profit, and therefore it is transferred to P&L appropriations account. Okay, so just remember, pre-period profit किधर जाएगा? Capital account में. I mean capital reserve account में. और post period profit किधर जाएगा? P&L appropriations account में. Okay. Profits can be used for declaration of dividend, ascertainment of pre-profit. Trading account will be prepared as usual for the full year to find out the gross profit. Profit and loss account will be prepared with 2 columns, pre and post. Okay. So this I will, when we are doing sums now, that time I will explain you pre and post का क्या करना है. Okay. Yeah. Items in profit and loss account will be divided as either time ratio or sales ratio. Okay. So time ratio, when it is supposed to be arising, when all the fixed expenses like salary, postage, rent, telephone charges, depreciation, printing and stationery, general expense, office expense and sundry expense, insurance, etc., they all become part of fixed cost. Okay, so item arising on basis of time as per the, as per them. Okay, it is not as per India. Items in profit and loss account will be transferred as time ratio. Okay, will be divided into time ratio and sales ratio. तो time ratio में कौन से expenses आएंगे? Which is on the basis of time or which are fixed in nature. Okay, जैसे rent हो गया, production है नहीं है, भाड़ा तो देना पड़ता है, salary हो गया, postage, telegram, telephone, depreciation, sundry and printing and stationery and all these items. Okay, then sales ratio. तो ये जो भी मैंने list लिखा है ना, ये सारे के सारे एक्सपेंसेस बाय डिफॉल्ट प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो में डिवाइड कर देना। अभी सेल्स रेशियो, नाउ ऑब्वियसली विद द वर्ड इट सेज सेल्स, मतलब it will be always variable in nature. Okay, like selling and distribution expense, bad debts, discount allowed, advertising, commission, discount allowed, traveling expense, freight outward, and gross profit, etc. Only in pre-period, partner's salary, partner's commission, interest on capital, etc. Okay, so she is allowed only for these three. He or she is allowed only for these items. Only in post period. P&L appropriation by company, debenture interest, directors' salaries, directors' fees, directors' commission, discount on debentures, written off shares, transfer fees, etc. Okay. So main important what I wanted to show you all is या ये रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट्स के बारे में और वो कैपिटल प्रॉफिट्स के बारे में। प्री पीरियड में जो प्रॉफिट होता है उसको कैपिटल रिजर्व अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करते हैं, एंड पोस्ट पीरियड का जो प्रॉफिट होता है विच इज रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट, it is transferred to P&L appropriations account. Then we spoke about pre-incorporation profit and post-incorporation profit. Okay. फिर हमने देखा कि कुछ एक्सपेंसेस है प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में जो टाइम रेशियो में जाते हैं और कुछ एक्सपेंसेस सेल्स रेशियो में जाते हैं। ओके। और ऐसे भी एक्सपेंसेस है जो सिर्फ प्री पीरियड में जाते हैं, पोस्ट पीरियड में नहीं जाते। सिमिलरली कोई एक्सपेंसेस एक दो ऐसे है जो पोस्ट शादी के बाद शादी के बाद पोस्ट मैरिज, आई मीन योर, या नो नो, post incorporation, I'm so sorry, yeah, post incorporation, what they do is they consider, yeah, they divide it as time ratio or sales ratio. So anything that is dependent on time ratio will be these expenses: salary, postage, rent, telephone charges, depreciation, printing and stationery, general expense, office expense, sundry expense, insurance, ये सब या आपके कौन से रेशियो में जाएंगे, टाइम रेशियो में जाएंगे। ओके। देन सेल्स रेशियो का भी वही है, इट शुड बी वेरिएबल इन नेचर, ऑब्वियसली दे कैन नॉट बी सिमिलर इन नेचर। तो selling and distribution expense. Next, bad debts is it will go in sales ratio. Then discount allowed will go in sales ratio. Advertisement will go in sales ratio. Commission, it is with respect to sales, will also go with sales ratio. Discount allowed, traveling expense, freight outward, all this will be as per sales ratio. Okay. एंड प्री पीरियड में कौन कौन से एक्सपेंसेस जाएंगे, सिर्फ ये वाले प्री पीरियड में। ओके, रिमेंबर ऑल दीज थिंग्स। राइट। प्री पीरियड में जाएगा पार्टनर सैलरी, पार्टनर्स कमीशन, इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल। एंड पोस्ट पीरियड में क्या क्या जाएगा, अप्रोप्रिएशन बाय कंपनी, डिबेंचर इंटरेस्ट, डायरेक्टर्स फीस, डायरेक्टर्स सैलरी, डायरेक्टर्स कमीशन, डिस्काउंट ऑन डिबेंचर्स, रिटर्न ऑफ शेयर ट्रांसफर फीस। Okay, and if there is any specific information in the question, then follow the question. Okay, now these are the important highlights. Yeah. Audit fees will be divided in time ratio. Alternatively, it can be shown in post period only. Okay, so there are two yeah, logics to it. हाँ, या तो तुम इसको टाइम रेशियो में ले लो, और ऑल्टरनेटिवली मतलब ऑप्शन, या तो दूसरा ऑप्शन है इसको सिर्फ पोस्ट पीरियड में दिखा दो। ठीक है। Further, same way, fees for tax audit, which is compulsory if the what do you call, if your sales exceeds a prescribed limit, then it is divided in sales ratio. Okay. Then preliminary expenses written off should will be shown in post column on the debit side of P&L account. Alternatively, it can also be adjusted against the capital. Okay. Capital reserve. Next, dividend will be shown in profit and loss appropriation account on the debit side. Obviously, purchase consideration is the price agreed to be paid by the buyer to the seller of the business. This price can be paid in the form of shares, debentures, or cash, which are known as mode of payment. Interest on purchase consideration, it will be divided in specific time ratio For this purpose, following dates will be considered. Okay, that too will be mentioned in the question. That time I will teach you about. Provision for tax will be divided in ratio of net profit before tax. Okay, see, it goes like this: net profit before tax. Then taxes, pay your taxes or provide for your taxes, whatever it is. And PBT is net profit before tax. Okay, provision for tax. And then the final answer that is you get is net profit after tax. Okay, then this तो we know अगर प्री पीरियड प्रॉफिट है तो वो कैपिटल रिजर्व में जाएगा और अगर या प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में रेवेन्यू आ रहा है then it will be transferred to P&L appropriations account. Okay, if there is loss in the pre period then it will be transferred to goodwill account. Yeah, pre period wala capital reserve. And if there is any loss in the pre period then only it will be transferred to goodwill. Yeah, if there is a loss in the pre period then it will be transferred to goodwill, but if there is profit in the pre period then it will be transferred to capital reserve. I meant that. Okay, yeah. So let's let me wind up here, and then next lecture I will take a relevant sum based on this theory. Okay, till then bye, take care and study well.